Hi everyone, welcome to Catholics episode 3. So today we are going to cover basically ratio, proportion and mixtures and allegations. First of all, before going to all that, let us discuss the last day's question. Okay, so the last day's question was difference between compound interest and simple interest, and this was the data. So you were given that amount after 3 years is 25,000. Amount after 3 years was 25,000, and you have been given that rate of interest is 12% and time period is definitely 3 years. So can you solve for P? So in this case, your R would be 12, and you just need to solve this. Okay, so if you solve this, you will find that P is roughly equal to 17,783. This is a rough number. Okay, and then you have been asked to find out the simple interest also, right? So now that you know the principle, how can you find the simple interest? Simple interest would be just PRT by 100, 17,783 multiplied by PRT by 100, right? So this is what you need to solve. And again, a rough answer to this is 3557. Okay, so that's the simple interest. What is the compound interest? You know the amount and you know what is the principal. So it would be 25,000 minus 17,783, right? Which is equal to 7217. So the CI minus SI is approximately equal to 3660. So that's the answer. You will be getting some option which is close enough to that. Okay, so now that we have finished this, our next thing that we are going to do is today's questions. So we are discussing about ratio, proportion and mixtures and allegations. So what are we going to do? You have question number 1. Two types of tea, A and B, are mixed and then sold at rupees 40 per kg. The profit is 10% if A and B are mixed in the ratio of 3:2 and 5% if the ratio is 2:3. And the cost prices per kg of A and B are in the ratio of what? Okay, so let us solve this. Again, this is a CAT 2018 question. So how do you arrange your answers when you know that it's a 3:2 ratio and your profit is 10%? Can you write these equations this way? So 3A, so A and B are in the ratio 3:2 means 3A is to 2B, right? So 3A plus 2B divided by 5 is equal to, it has been sold into a profit of 10%. So 1.1, that is your equation number 1. And then in the next line you have 2A plus 3B by 5 is equals to 40 by 5% profit, that is 1.05. So can you solve these equations? Because both sides you have a 40, right? So you can say 1.1 into 3A plus 2B divided by 5 is equals to 1.05 multiplied by 2A plus 3B divided by 5. So you cut this and then you can solve for A and B. So if you solve this nicely, if you both sides, you will see that A is to B is 19:24. That is your answer. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, that was the question on ratio. The next question is, trader sells 10 liters of a mixture of paints A and B where the amount of B in the mixture does not exceed that of A. Okay, the cost of paint A per liter is 8 more than that of paint B. If the trader sells the entire mixture for rupees 264 and makes a profit of 10%, then the highest possible cost of paint B is rupees what? Okay, so let's solve this. So what do you know? You know that trader sells 10 liters of mixture and sells the entire mixture for rupees 264, which means that your selling price is 264, right? And what else do you know? You know that he makes a profit of 1 point, basically 10%. So can we write 264 is equals to 1.1 multiplied by CP? That is the cost price. So cost price would be 240 rupees if you solve this equation. So now this is the cost price for 10 liters. The cost price for 1 liter is 24 rupees, right? Now what else? Imagine that the cost price of paint B. Okay, so what are you told? Cost of paint A is 8 more than that of paint B. Okay, so imagine that paint cost price of paint B is say A, and cost price of paint A is A plus 8. Right, so the highest possible value of B, when can you get the highest possible value of B? When both of these are divided into equal parts, that is 1:1. So now by alligator rule, what can you say? Can you arrange it in this way? Say this is 24 over here, A plus 8, and you have A, and this is the ratio that you need to figure out, right? So you know it's 1:1 ratio because we have said that what is the maximum possible value for B? It can be maximum possible value when it's divided in a 50% view. So what can we solve for this? We can say by alligator rule that 24 minus A by A plus 8 minus 24 is equals to 1 by 1. Okay, so now if you solve this equation, you will be getting the value of A as 20. Okay, so that's today's questions. So your value would be 20. Okay, so these were the questions for today's Catflix episode. As all of you were suggesting to us, we have added 2 questions for today's homework. These are your 2 questions. You can take a screenshot or pause and write these questions down. One of them is a ratio proportion question and one of them is a alligator question again. So I hope you understand, you understood this lecture and you found this helpful. So keep practicing and let us know in the comments.